Hey Kev, it's time to record a new Smodcast.
Fuck off. I'm listening to one of the other great shows on the Smodcast Podcast Network. Scott?
There's so many to choose from.
You damn skippy, there's so many to choose from. I'm on 5 every week myself, man. Hollywood Babylon on Monday, Smodcast with you on Tuesday, Jay and Silent Bob Get Old on Wednesday with Jay Muse, Fat Man on Batman every Thursday, and then I wrap up the week with Edumacation with Andy McElfresh.
There's so many to choose from.
Hell yeah, son, and those aren't the only podcasts. Those are just the ones I'm involved with. What about the podcasts of Smodco that don't feature me, man? Like Tell 'em Steve Dave, Last Week on Earth with Ben Glebe, I Sell Comics with Ming and Mike.
There's so many to choose from.
Hey man, there's also Film School Fridays or Netheads or Get Up on This, Team Jack.
There's so many to choose from.
The Breaks, man. Waking from the American Dream, Bagged and Boarded, Phoebe, Soundbite Nation. These are all the shows you could be listening to over at smodcast.com, Scott.
There's so many to choose from.
And if audio's not enough for you, man, if you're just like, no, I want the thick dick of video as well, man, well, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is C-Smod, or you can watch Comic Book Men, our show on AMC, following The Walking Dead and The Talking Dead every Sunday night.
There's so many to choose from.
That's right, Scott. There are so many to choose from. So get choosing, kids. Go to smodcast.com. Start getting picky, man. Stick these sweet, sweet oral sounds into your ear pussies.
There's so many to choose from.
You said that already.
There's so many to choose from.
2014 is definitely the year of the Touchy Pusshole.
The Touchy Pusshole, yeah.
Stop pissing on Brian.
I'll read the...
Rub your legs together, Q, and start sending out those toxins or those
pheromones
across the radio airwaves. Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave, live from the... What diner is this again? The King Arms 2 Diner, which everyone knows is the Chasing Amy Diner. Not at the store. We decided to go out in the world and...
Well, it's a state of emergency.
Mm-hmm. We wouldn't dare try to make it to Red Bank.
I don't know about Staten Island. This diner, literally, I could have walked here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could have walked here. I would have been frostbitten, but I could have walked here.
Yeah. The roads aren't that bad.
Nah, the right one handled them amazing.
Like manly? Like more manly than you would ever imagine?
Yeah. I was like driving through snowbanks.
You put the chains on?
No need. Not yet.
So right away, as soon as we get here, you show me a picture, Q. That
Might be a shot at us.
Ming appeared to get... Yeah, it's hard to tell if it's a shot at us or not. Ming appeared to go out of his way to take a picture of he and Mike with microphones in their hands. And
flashing the peace sign.
They're flashing the peace sign. And what are they saying?
It says, state of emergency, question mark. Only emergency is when Mike and Ming can't pod. And then underneath... Now, that didn't seem like a slam at us at all. But underneath the it's on Ming's, Ming Chen 37 on Instagram. He writes, peeps be like, I can't pod, there's snow outside. Not me and Mike. Isn't it Mike and I, by the way?
Should be.
Tune into the Smodcoast morning show. Smodcoast morning show.
Smoon in, sis me and Smike for the Smod's morning smo.
So, I mean, that sounded like, what peeps does he have that be like, I can't pod, there's snow outside?
I'm assuming that we're the peeps in question. Worry more about, like, not being able to pod because there's no one in the audience except for 6 people.
I do got to give it up, though. I don't know if you listened. I saw Comics Q, but I kind of went after him because he, did you know Taken Hay was due in December?
Yes.
the bonus pod, one of the bonus pods for the Cryptozoic Man Booty Time, and Ming kind of had a flippant attitude about getting it done within December. I mean, not taking into consideration that we had screwed up majorly getting the books into people's hands. And now he was taking the attitude of like, well, it doesn't matter now if I don't get the pod into people's hands when promised.
Because it's already been screwed up.
Yeah, because I was kind of very upset by that, but to Ming's credit...
Nice. Little lunch is here.
People love when you eat.
I can't get enough of what I'm chewing. I like to check Twitter for all the people that are overjoyed.
But much to Ming's credit, and Mike, of course, they got it done under the wire. And for people who didn't get in on the Cryptozoic Man, it will be available again in the near future, probably in the springtime. We'll offer it again. But if you didn't get it, I want to play you a little snippet of Taken Hey Q.
The bonus part.
For people.
I haven't been able to listen yet this weekend.
Now this is just a snippet that really tickled me, and Declan, I guess, can...
Peeps be like, I can't listen to Taken Hay because it's snowing outside.
I know.
What happened?
But this went out, and people are excited. You know, it's the first. What's it called when you do not an homage, but like when certain artists go and do
like a cover.
Cover, yeah.
You know, just.
No, he's over.
This is horrible.
The express purpose of selling a gently used fleshlight.
No, it wasn't gently used.
I'm sure it wasn't gently used, but he did say it was gently used.
It was, he tore that shit up.
I'm sure. I have no doubt in my mind.
He tore that shit up. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, Rob Bruce. I know what you're saying.
Okay, now that was Ming talking about you going to Collingswood and selling a fleshlight that you had used.
Is that what you said you were going to do? I recall that vaguely. Thank you.
Yeah, that was like, I believe that was a joke.
Have you ever heard someone so congratulatory about their buddy's exploits in an inanimate object?
Well,
it's almost as if he was smoking a cigarette after he said it, visualizing you tearing up a fleshlight.
He is 100% like Q made mincemeat out of that. For anybody who thinks otherwise,
it's really weird.
As if he has
it?
first-hand knowledge.
He was so sure that you had like destroyed it in your efforts.
Right.
That he's cutting Mike off. Mike can't even finish a sentence.
I mean, do you find that weird, Q? He's that like most people would live vicariously through their buddy. They'd be like, oh, you Q hit that. He really did it. He did it crazy. It was like that origami comment you made.
Right.
But usually they're talking about another partner
A real
in
person.
the room.
Yeah.
They're not as happy if he looks like some sort of deranged monkey.
Using a flashlight.
He was so proud of you.
He looks up to you, man.
Or I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I mean,
You think he's still on the Marshall Man love spell?
that's the first thing I thought of.
Really?
That he was imagining himself as the fleshlight, getting torn up.
He tore it up. But I didn't tear it up.
Did you tell us?
No, I don't think I've ever even...
I guess he's just assuming with your history and your
prowess.
I guess. Well, I mean, I'm glad he...
You're not uncomfortable about that?
No, it's all right,
I would be. I'd be weirded out right now. I would be like, go home and take a shower, weirded out. The fact that Ming is so excited and so cocksure that you...
No pun intended.
That you...
Tore it up.
that you made mincemeat out of it. And couldn't even use it again. You had to go sell it.
Yeah, and then no one's going to buy it because obviously it's beyond repair.
Where do you think it comes from, that enthusiasm?
I think it comes from some sort of weird affection, weird attraction.
Well, that's all right. I find that flattering. That Ming would be so into me humping a flashlight.
I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Well, first off, he's the most metro of the bunch, for sure. Leaning towards homo. So,
right.
When you put this together with the Marshall Man love stuff, plus other comments here and there. I just imagine he's sitting there envisioning you in nothing more than a hat. Remember how into his hat he was?
His Yankees hat.
Yeah.
Just picture that right now.
Just wasting a fleshlight. Turning it into pulp.
Tore it up. Wow. Well, I mean, now I do feel a little weird about it when you put it that way.
But for the record, you didn't tear it up?
No, I didn't tear it up.
Well, you kind of just half-hearted it?
I don't even remember if I ever used it.
You can't let him hear that. You can't let Meg hear that.
It's like hearing the Babe Ruth was on steroids or something.
Yeah. Or like he pointed to like right field instead of fucking center.
I mean, if I did use it as to try it once.
Now, do you think, let's be
God,
honest.
I tore it up.
Let's be honest. Let's say we all, Mike, you, me, we all admitted to using a fleshlight. Do you think Ming would be so excited and so sure and so, like, couldn't stop talking about it and couldn't stop telling another person how adept you were at using it?
No. I don't think he would.
I think Mike was a little jealous in there. You know, Ming, I can use a fleshlight.
You know, I'm no amateur.
I could tear it up.
Not like you. Not like Brian. He doesn't call you Q. He calls you Brian.
Wow. Wow. I gotta reevaluate my relationship with Ming.
Do you think Ming's attempted to tear it up before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had one. He had one, right? He had a few. Yeah. Again, sorry for the eating. I know. I'm not saying I didn't tear it up. I don't remember.
Could you get into a state of mind to tear it up and not look at yourself and be like, oh my God,
What's wrong with me?
What?
could you get that worked up?
Use it or tear it up?
Tear it up. But you're just like, boy, when I get home and start
Yeah.
talking to it.
Yeah, call it games and shit.
I don't think I could.
That's good. Most people couldn't,
I mean, if it felt like, let's say you put it on and it felt really good, I could see getting it and using it. But to me, like, the shame of the fleshlight, I think this was what the problem was with it. Was once you're done, like, then you have to extract yourself from it.
You
And
can't
then,
throw it away.
and then clean it. Like, you have to wash it out in a sink. Like,
Ming doesn't think about that part. He doesn't want to think about
That's
you
not the
cleaning up
sexy
afterwards.
part.
No.
No.
yeah, it's like,
The aftermath is certainly no one ever fantasizes about the aftermath.
yeah, but you still have to deal with it. Like, the reality of a fleshlight is it must be cleaned immediately thereafter. So, it's not like you know, you finish, you toss a girl a towel, you're like, oh, here you go, honey, clean that up.
Well, isn't it? Can you wash it sensually after you're done? Like treat it like
Like take like a bath.
yeah, treat it like it's
Light some candles. Well, after I've shot my load, no, there's no romance once I'm done.
You got a bathtub with it. Shit floating around on the surface. You should have had Ming wash it off for you.
Well, that's taken HQ. That's just a small snippet of what the people got, and they did good.
Yeah,
They did a good job.
How long is it?
God, it's got to be over 2 hours. And this is, you know,
I saw part 1 was like an hour and 45 minutes, and part 2 was like 22 minutes or something.
Lord.
I think they've kind of put a period on the flea market. I don't think there's a need for making Hate 3, but we'll let the people decide. We'll take a pulse.
Right.
Is that the end? Is there nothing else to squeeze out of that tomato? Have Mike and Ming just pulped it or tore it up?
Tore it up.
Did our
Tore it up
boys
like a
tear it up?
flashlight.
Oh,
What wacky kids is too.
Yeah. Which when is their live show?
January.
It's January something or other. January 10th maybe?
We should give them a plug.
Podfest of New York. They're this would be their first solo live performance, right? not being like in a comic book show or something like that.
Right.
Tickets aren't flying.
And you know
Just
what?
yet.
I believe that's one of the hardest things to do is you only have a limited area to call from.
Oh, one of the hardest things to do is to sell tickets to a live show. Oh, it's not easy at all.
It's not easy, and
I think they're finding that out now.
Well,
Plus, it's also like not every show translates to a live performance. You know,
you're saying theirs don't.
I'm not saying it does. It might not. Well, it depends. Are they going to have that
We've had our
lady
share
from Broadway on for fucking an hour and 45 minutes?
We've had our share of disasters live on the Houston.
Houston wasn't too good, but yeah, we were able to turn it into something, thankfully. Other than that, though, I mean, God, I can't even remember the last time we did a live show. Just us?
I think it was the puppet.
Was it the puppet thing? Wow, it was a while ago. At any rate, did you find anything out?
January 11th and 12th, Podfest, Anyway, I think they're on the 12th, if I remember correctly. If I'm in town, I'm going to go.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to get out there and support the boys.
I wonder how they knew about it. And why didn't they tell us about it? Oh, bastards.
Yeah. They're on their own path, man. Ming is guiding that ship.
He's guided it to a nominee for
Sure.
a Stitcher Award.
No.
Stitcher Award, there's no reason they won't win.
Sure there is. I'd say there's 5 other reasons. I saw them in the same category.
Who are they up against?
Even he doesn't know. I asked him, and he doesn't know.
He doesn't know?
Stitcher Awards 2013. Let's see. But, I mean, you got to figure everybody's going to turn out for him, right?
What do you mean?
Like, our audience will vote for them now.
Well,
I think we got to worry about our own shows.
it's every man for himself. Well, I did happen to notice people, and I mean, you can't blame them either. They said, I voted for you guys. We're our category is best overall podcast in the entire universe. That's what we're shooting for.
That's pretty good, man.
That's tough to win now.
There's a couple.
I really wish that we hadn't come in that category.
Best overall show.
That's tough.
We're against some pretty fucking severe.
And the only way you can vote is if you have a Facebook.
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
So are you asking the Army ants to...
Welcome to Night Vale is going to be a tough beat, man.
Who's that? I never even heard
People
of him.
love that podcast.
Yeah.
As I recall, it's a fictional news. This isn't the exact thing it is, but it's a fictional radio station from a fictional town where all sorts of weird stuff goes on.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, apparently it's supposed to be pretty awesome.
Sounds better than us.
Well, don't say that.
And that's just the first competition.
Well, we got the Joe Rogan Experience against us, NPR, This American Life, and Radio Lab. So we have some pretty stiff competition.
It's not about how good the show is. It's about the support of the audience. That's what I want to be. I want to be able to write a speech that mentions the Tell 'em Steve Dave Army. That's really what I want to be able to do.
Well, that's really the only way you can win this. It's not like a committee is like an academy is judging it. It's
Oh no, but I mean, I want to be able, like in the acceptance speech,
I know.
talk about them. Oh, you mean?
yeah.
Oh, the only way. Oh, yeah.
The only way you can win it though is
If people come out.
if the people vote for it.
Well, we need you people to vote for Tell 'em Steve Dave.
And you got a pot in there too.
Yeah. Where is it?
The best new show.
Best new show. What say you?
What are you up against, Q?
Shows I've not yet heard of, but Jeff Garlin.
Jeff Garland's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, Jeff Garlin will be a tough one.
But again, it's like you only had 10 episodes. He's had since last January. He's having a year's worth to prove himself.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I feel that the Tell 'em Steve Dave Army ants are going to come through for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I saw on Twitter, and I couldn't really blame them, was somebody said, I voted for you guys. I voted for What Say You. But they, in Ming's category, they actually like other podcasts and listen to them. So they're like, sorry, but I can't vote against something I actually like.
Right.
What can you do?
I tell you, it's going to be you. Can you imagine this? Picture this, Q. Or Brian, you picture this because Q, I don't think you have to worry so much. But can you imagine the shit-eating grin when we don't win our category and Ming does.
Oh man.
He is going to come back for retribution, and he is going to stick it in your face, especially.
Me?
Yeah.
Every time I listen to ISL Commerce, I hear you in the background fucking ridiculing the guy. Why me?
Because you like I told him, I said, I've kept you on a leash a little bit, or I've been your Jiminy Cricket.
That's true.
Where I said, I think you're going too far on those guys. You got to ease up. Mike can't take this. You're breaking them. And I think he understands. I've played a role in taking a little bit of the abuse
Away.
lacking, and but I think he will come looking for big time. He is going to shove it in your face, and he is going to make you, especially if we don't win one.
Right.
Oh, it's going to be his greatest day.
Well, I just voted for us, and I voted for them too.
I'm gonna start voting against them then. I have no choice, right?
I mean, Mike is a good, gracious winner.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot even picture Ming winning gracefully.
That stupid laugh.
He will be power mad, and his ego will devour him.
Yes.
And rightfully so. It'll be the first time he'll be able to look down upon you and just urinate all over you.
Well, let's not get carried away. Why is it all me? First of all,
You heard how he feels about me.
yeah.
He's not going to go after Q.
He won't go after Q because he loves him too much. He won't go after you because you've been the buffer. That saved his neck a couple times. Yeah, he probably will be pissing on me. And it won't even matter. I can't even be like, we were up for best overall. You were in this little shit category.
You better go buy yourself a slicker because you're gonna need it if he wins that award.
No matter where I am, he's there to piss on me. Come on, ants. We can't have that. We can't have that full pissing on me.
Yeah, I will say this: like Night Vale, as great as it may be, they do not have our audience.
No.
I mean, they probably have a bigger audience, but they don't have like our
Well, this
loyalty.
We have a hive.
Yeah,
We have a nest.
that's right.
And
I'll read the.
rub your legs together, Q, and start sending out those toxins or those
pheromones.
pheromones across the radio airwaves to send them into a sex crazed.
Tear it up. We need you guys to tear this
You want
up.
another history?
With tea, lemon one, please.
Pretend Facebook and Stitcher is a fleshlight.
Just tear it up.
This is a text I got from him. I won't name its source.
You had a diet. You had a sweet iced tea.
Unsweet, I
Unsweetened.
say. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It says the fear of the Tell 'em Steve Dave Army really did play a part in Stitcher's decision last year. If stories are to be believed, so they need some extra fear this time. To which I thought they meant like Stitcher. Like, what are you talking about? Stitcher handed us the award? Because they were like, what are you talking about? That wasn't it. There was an email from a contact at Stitcher conveying how relieved they were that Tell 'em Steve Dave won because the listeners were so scary, borderline threatening in their positive support.
Really?
They were worried about seeing the negative side.
Oh wow! When is it over? January 13th.
Yeah.
If Ming wins and we don't, I can foresee a Reginald Denny kind of incident in the streets of Red Bank.
Yeah.
Someone gets pulled out of their car and beaten.
Right. Hit with a brick in the head. Like dancing around in the middle of Broad Street.
Was that should I cut that?
No. I think it's pretty accurate. I mean, I can't see it going any other way, actually.
I'll be pulling Ming out and smashing him with a brick in his head.
In that little orange car he drives around.
Stop pissing on Bri.
Hey, I haven't even got a chance yet.
I hope we all win.
I gotta say, I kind of hope they lose, just so I can turn around and rub it in their face.
No.
It's going to be...
They got nominated, though. That's pretty impressive that they did get nominated.
Oh, yeah.
It's, they got nominated. Kev got nominated for a couple.
Smodcast or Fat Man on Batman?
And Babylon.
And Babylon.
And then Will Wilkins from Netheads, they got.
Does Kevin care?
I don't know. It doesn't appear so.
No.
I haven't seen him on Twitter.
I think I think this might be beneath Kevin Smith a little bit now.
Maybe. You
Not
don't
Tom
have to.
Steve Dave. No. We want it.
Hardly anything's beneath us.
Beneath us? What are you talking about?
Oh, we want to talk about. I said we were going to announce our big endeavor, and I put it on Twitter, and most people get excited, but there's always a couple. In this case, one who I thought he was kidding around at first, said that he wanted us. He was being tired of being sold stuff, and we should stop being so fucking greedy.
Greedy?
And I thought he was kidding. So I tweeted, it's going to happen. That we were just going to keep selling stuff. And he wasn't kidding around. And the weird thing being, like, if you go to his profile, he had actually bought stuff. Like, bought the shirt and the DVD and shit. Huh. So I don't understand.
Well, you don't have to buy this stuff.
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? That, like, no matter what, the show is always free. And then here's extra stuff if you want it. If you don't want it, that's okay, too.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty standard capitalism right there.
I thought so. He thought that the show had lost its focus and it wasn't what it used to be and blah, 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 and all this other stuff.
How can you say that when we're in a state of emergency?
Yeah.
And we're in a diner and Q's just broken how many laws to get here because you're not allowed on the streets right now.
No, not at all. I ran over a soldier with a gun to get him.
Oh. You just clipped him. You didn't run him over.
Yeah,
right?
well, I ran
You disobeyed him.
I definitely drove past him quickly when he told him to
He
stop.
fired at you. You still didn't stop. Right?
I have, look, man, yesterday, I had a shattered tooth pulled out, my jaw shaved down. I have something like 8
How did it
stitches.
shatter?
It was broken for a while.
He was
Not that German.
He was sucking the fleshlight, going ape shit on it.
While Ming chanted in the background.
You got this, bro.
Q thinks he has to up his game.
He's got
free teeth.
He's got to go porno on it. But it's not that tooth from the cop in Germany, is it?
No, that has an implant in. This is a whole other issue. It got infected, and it affected all my sinuses.
Oh no!
So I've been on medication all week, and they had to like cut around it and stuff like that. Anyway, that was yesterday. That was less than 24 hours ago, and I'm here.
I thought something was a little off. A little, you were sick.
Yeah, I got all these stitches, man. It's all swollen on the inside.
And you're here.
I'm here.
How can anyone say?
I don't know, dude.
Especially Ming.
Well, I didn't. What was Ming who tweeted that? That the
Oh
show's
no, I thought we were still talking about making the stupid Photoshop shit.
And you're here to announce a new endeavor. You said.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, we came up with, we did the Christmas pod this year. We came up with our Christmas characters, and we talked about doing a comic book with the Christmas characters.
With Papa Sanguini.
Yep.
All the blood.
Terrace Sanguine.
And the shitling, the dangling saint. And the Christmas louse.
Right.
The Christmas louse. And I got a text from Walt one night saying, forget the comic, stop motion, animated movie.
Rankin and Bass style, bitch.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Because we'd seen a guy down in Baltimore, when we were at the Baltimore Con, right directly across from us, and he had a loop of his work, which looked amazing. He's not a Tell 'em Steve Dave fan. He didn't seem to know who we were at all.
No.
So,
which doesn't mean anything.
No, but it's it'll be. He's not doing it for the love of the show or anything. He's doing it because
straight up business.
This is what he wants to do. Like,
yeah.
He wants to break into the animation.
Right. So he's I guess it's his business, right? This is what he does.
That's what he wants to do.
That is what he wants to do.
Yeah.
But at any rate, it looks phenomenal. So we were thinking we write an original script and then make a feature. It would be a feature, right?
How long?
90 minutes.
Oh, wow. I love it.
We just got to decide if it's going to be anthology style, or do we do like three, like an anthology of 3, and then mix the last chapter is like all of the meat.
Well, those are things that, that's the creative side.
Yeah.
Yet to be decided. But so, if you were talking about this, are you getting the Kickstarter up?
Am I what?
You getting the Kickstarter up now?
No, not yet. No,
when?
I figured we had to talk about all that first. But no, I just wanted to let the people know it's coming down the pike that next year's Christmas project is going to be
A
bigger
90-minute
and better than ever.
feature. We're going to get it released and distributed.
Hope so. Yeah, we
Theatrical
are.
release.
Yeah, of
Get it on
course.
Netflix.
Probably get it on Netflix or Hulu Plus. What the fuck, Hulu Plus? I mean, come on. Why wouldn't they do
they're
it for us
our
by
This
this
is
point?
exciting.
Yeah.
This would be the biggest, grandest Tell 'em Steve Dave project of all time.
Yeah, thus
To date.
far. To date.
There's always something that,
Every year
like
it
Q
gets
with his fleshlight, we always got to up the ante.
Right. Until we just mentioned this. That's what we hung our hats on. Q and his
Q just pulled out 4 fleshlights. He's ready to go. He's like, oh.
Just give me the word, Walt. Just give me the word. I will
the
destroy
dangling saint. It's a 20-minute fucking commercial for Fleshlight. But yeah, so anyway, but also it's like if you put it out there, you announce it publicly, it's much harder to not do it then.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it'll hold its
What
too.
about
Has that horror anthology?
What's that?
Has that horror anthology coming?
That's 2015. We're talking about something else. Be quiet, you.
So how was your Christmas, Q? Does it have any more? Did you have any more to talk about on that?
No, that's pretty much it. Just
That's
so people
great.
know what's coming down
So
the
we have
pike.
to write scripts.
Well, yeah, but we got a lot to do.
Yeah.
But renewed in 2014 is going to be the year. What's the 2014 in China? What's the year of the animal this year?
I don't know.
Because whatever that animal is, we're about ready to slaughter it. And it's going to be the year of Tell 'em
Fucking
Steve
cut
Dave.
its throat.
I hope it's a turtle and a monkey.
Oh, that'd be nice.
2014 Chinese animal.
Suddenly, there would be no way we would lose Stitcher then. If 1 billion Chinese suddenly had to turn around and worship us.
Are they allowed Facebook over there?
I don't know. Yeah, probably not.
It looks like it might be the horse. Hold on.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough to squash a horse.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was like a
Yeah, it's a
ferret.
horse.
Is it a ferret?
Damn, 2013.
We're running off a cliff, Q.
2013 was a snake. That would have been
That would have been easy, man.
All right, well, listen, you got to deal with what you have, but we have to deal with a horse.
You and a fleshlight and a snake, trouser snake.
How about Q Godiva style on the horse with 2 flashlights? The third one on
It
his
was
stick.
like a what's that town in Mexico called? Tijuana.
Oh, Tijuana, yeah. Riding through Tijuana on a dirty bag. Drunk and shit.
On a donkey painted like a zebra.
With a necklace of fleshlights.
People are whipping Tecate bottles at his head.
TSD, the year of TSD. How was your Christmas? So
Pretty bad.
bad
Yeah, I was sick, man. I was really ill.
the whole time.
I've been sick for almost 2 weeks
The
straight.
tooth and the sinuses.
Last week it was a flu, and then that was from Sunday to Saturday, and then just as I started feeling better, my face blew up from the infection. It's been pretty bad.
And what about New Year's? Were you able to get out there, or did it knock you
I
out?
was asleep at midnight on New Year's.
So you didn't? Was this the first?
Nothing.
Was this the first New Year's in how long that you weren't out?
Yeah, it's the
Causing
first one in a while. Well, yeah,
mayhem.
at least doing something. I had plans. I had all sorts of things set up, but I had to abandon them all.
So you didn't do one thing? Did you?
I was asleep.
You didn't. No.
Don't
You
let
didn't
Ming
usher
hear
in the
this.
New Year?
Do not let Ming hear this.
I was asleep by 9:30 on New Year's Eve.
Really?
When I say sleep, I mean like
out
on
cold.
painkillers. Yeah, they gave me Vicodin and it just knocked me out.
For some, that's a good New Year's.
Yeah.
Doped up
You
on.
sound lucky.
It's been a pretty bad couple of weeks, but it's all right because I go back to work on Monday. so we'll all be okay. Back to work on a Practical Jokers.
What about you, Bri?
I didn't really do much either. I'm presently, and I won't give many details, I'm presently at war with a family member, though. I didn't find out until a month after I was at war with him that I was at war with him. So I didn't really spend much time.
But not giving names, what does that mean at war?
He's mad at me for something that I don't understand why he would
Has
be
the
mad about it.
Yeah, I think I knew about this, but has the ante been raised that now there's a war? I thought this was just a simmering.
I guess yeah, war might be a little strong.
Johnson.
What's
Is
it
not
called
talking
if,
to each other? Does that mean it's at war? I'm sorry. What has been done to raise the to declare war?
Nothing, I guess. I just used it as an excuse to not go to family events.
I'm at war.
Yeah,
Don't you wish the rest of the world could wage war like that? Just not talk to each other and be like, I'm mad at that.
yeah, like cold shoulder. Well, that's what the Cold War was, right?
Oh, yeah, I think it's a little bit more than that.
I tried to throw like fucking atom bombs ready to go off. So yeah, I skipped a couple family events.
I did have one nice night. You and I went to go see Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was nice.
That was good too. Do you see he's taking shit for that?
Yes?
Yeah, they're saying that it glorifies the lifestyle.
I don't think
Do you know
it
what this
really-
is, Walt? The Wolf of Wall Street.
It's a movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the commercial.
It's a pretty great movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. But I don't think it glamorized anything.
I mean, the only way it glamorizes it is if maybe you're really young and you think like, well, I could do that, but I could do it smarter. I would get away with it. It's basically like a guy on Wall Street defrauded a bunch of people, was doing drugs, hookers, the whole bit, you know? But anytime, you know, sort of like Goodfellas, like by the end,
Everybody, I'll take it out.
Thank you.
by the end, when you see how shitty everything actually is, where's the glorification? You
He
know?
seemed pretty stressed out the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He was always fighting with his girlfriend,
Right.
or with the woman who became his wife. There was always like the SEC was always like leaning on him. Yeah, there was nothing to me that's. And even if you did glorify it, so fucking what?
right.
It's a movie.
Right, I mean, but it's the 2014 is definitely the year of the touchy pusshole.
The Touchy Pusshole. Yeah, that's a Chinese. It's not the horse.
The touchy pusshole.
Year of the Touchy Pusshole. Well, I got the title for this week's.
Well, we could take on a touchy pusshole, right?
It's hard, you know what?
The Touchy Pusshole's hard.
It's hard, man. Because you can't attack a touchy pusshole the way a man would. You've got to you just got to endure it.
Right.
You got to wait for it to go away.
You gotta wait till something else irritates
Like
it.
like
takes
John
it.
Wayne
Right.
dealing with a touchy pusshole
Right. No.
would kick it, spit on it, and then spur it.
Yeah, without even thinking twice.
But it's not a man's world
No,
anymore.
it's not.
We can't do that.
No.
You know what? I it's real quick though. Christmas though, I saw. I don't know if you guys are a fan of this movie, but I saw and I loved it. I guess it's not Broadway.
Uh-oh.
The musical of A Christmas Story.
Oh,
At the Garden.
I was supposed to go last year, and I got sick actually, and my tickets went unused.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
God, you missed out, bro. Do you like
Yeah.
that movie? Do you guys
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie?
love
It's a great
it.
movie, huh? Talk about a movie out of whack with 2014.
Oh yeah.
Like the Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
Like the Bad News Bears, you can never, ever.
But you would really look at that movie and put your 2014 pusshole glasses on.
Okay, we're on.
A boy wants a gun,
That alone. And whoever is
glamour,
making the
and
movie.
wants a BB gun so badly that he's willing. That's all he cares about. He's obsessed with it.
Right, that's glorified.
You'd have that kid in a psychiatric chair.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have that kid institutionalized. You'd castrate that kid.
What?
You would do everything in your power to say that kid was bad.
Right, and the parent who got him the Red Rider, forget it. Forget it! They would be jailed indeterminately.
The kids cussed at each other. That's but actually, so I didn't tell my kids that we were going. I just got the tickets because I knew that they were like, we don't want to go. They never saw the movie. Watched the movie the
Right.
night before. You know, they weren't really
Was
into it.
Dan Laurier in it? The guy from Wonder Years?
I don't know. I don't know who was in it. I didn't
He was in it,
remember.
he was in it last year. That was one of the reasons I wanted to go.
This is at the Garden, you said?
Yeah, it was at a theater in the Garden. Is that where it was last year?
No, it was in. It was on Broadway. One of the
It
theaters.
was a
over
big
there.
theater. It was really well done.
Probably where
really
we saw
nice.
Ricky Gervais that time, right? That theater right off the Garden?
Yeah, the smaller one.
But my Christmas didn't start out all that well. But unlike you guys, though, it'd probably be one that I'll remember until I'm dead.
Really?
Because of that?
No, well, because of everything, you know,
Okay.
because it's easy to see that the Christmases that I've spent with with all four of us, my girls and my wife, the windows closing on those Christmases as they get older, and you know, friends become much more prominent. And what's cool when you want to be on your own, not on your own, like a little bit of independence.
How would I know that?
But a little bit of independence, you know, you could see that, and it's not a bad thing. It's just growing up, you know. You like friends and having fun with your friends is much more on the mind than you know doing these little things. But
the surprise
not this
trip.
year though. Not this year, and not. But so I'll. It was really good.
All I have to do is install a radiator into your house, chain the girls to it, and every Christmas is...
It is, though. I mean, I know a lot of people face it, but it is sad, though, that window's closing and it's never going to come back again.
That's not true. I think it'll
My
come
wife
back.
can't have kids anymore. That's
No,
it.
I know, but I think that they'll come back around. Like I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like they'll come. Yeah, they'll come back when they have a family. It's going to come back again. That's a long buffer, though.
That's a wait. And then you got the grandchildren to do it with, kind of.
Yeah, but I don't know how kind of condition I'll be in.
What are we talking about here? Would you like to make an announcement?
No, I don't know. It just feels like that's a long time away, and it's one of those bittersweet ones. So it's kind of melancholy because you're like, this may be the last Christmas that everybody's into the same thing.
Right.
Because I can see it's on the horizon.
Yeah, I remember, I think we talked about this actually one other year, but we used to, before my two brothers were born, we would drive around, me, Pam,
The lights.
Edgar, and my sister, we'd drive around looking at the lights. It got to the point where, like, you know, I was 13, 14, and just like, you don't want to look at the lights anymore, you just don't care.
Yeah, and I'm not mad or annoyed. I just know it's there, and this year it was like.
So then you won't explode and fucking scream at the kids.
I'll just take it and really soak it in at this, you know, and realize that this could be the last time. And then when I was doing that, though, it fucking snowed.
Oh, yeah?
Looking for lights. Is that weird? Is that kind of like an angel
It's nice.
crying? Tears of snowflakes?
Probably.
Or God pissing his tears of snowflakes all over you?
I thought it was.
Was it yellow?
No, it wasn't
Oh,
yellow.
okay.
No. But yeah, it was nice. Wish it didn't have to come to an end. Christmas.
Yeah.
I think I'm addicted to Christmas, Q.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. It comes back
He's a
every
touchy
year.
Pusshole.
Well, that's nice, man.
Yeah, it was nice. It really was.
Yeah, that was it. That was the only part I actually liked was Sage coming down,
Right.
hanging out with you, and then my brother Eric came down. We watched The Room.
The room.
Him and his wife. Yeah.
Oh, did you love it?
That was fun. Yeah, we liked it a lot. But this year, I don't know why, but Sage, all she wanted was makeup. Not little kid makeup, regular,
Yeah,
big girl makeup. And
I'm surprised there was any makeup for you to get her because I thought it was all at my fucking house. Because that's all every present they opened up was makeup.
Was makeup?
Yeah.
It was really weird because I mean I know like she goes into Suzanne's drawer and she'll like put some stuff on, but not to the point where like that's all she wanted. It was strange for a little kid who's 7. It's not like we let her wear it to school or anything.
Yeah,
It
where'd
sounds
she
pretty
see
young.
makeup then?
I don't know, maybe on TV or something. If it's on the ponies or fucking Littlest Pet Shop, then that's where she saw it. But Touchy Pusshole, yeah, man. I saw something. Jay Moore made a joke at Alyssa Milano's expense.
This year?
It just happened. I guess she had a baby.
Oh.
And he said something about her being fat. Still, baby weight or whatever. Which to me, isn't it like those other women that we talked about? The women that like after 4 days she looks better than like a fucking like an elite athlete. Those are unicorns. Like that doesn't happen. Like mostly when a woman has a baby, it takes a little while for the weight to come off. That's the way I always thought.
Sure.
Pam still has baby weight of me, hanging on there.
What's your zone?
My zone?
Your zone. What would the Q zone be to get that weight off?
No, I just wouldn't have a kid.
She can't even come back to the house until it's off. But anyway, so Jay Moore made some joke about her. I didn't really understand the joke, to tell you the truth. It didn't make sense. But Alyssa Milano went online and said, "Thank you so much for publicly fat shaming me. Say hello to your beautiful wife, blah, 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 whatever." Because she's classy, I guess, right?
Sure.
I can't wait until the blank shaming is done. Because that's the newest fucking bullshit line of blank shaming.
Right.
You can't say anything about anybody. Now, personally, I mean, I don't know why he said that to her. You know, it's a weird remark to make. Probably not too fair. But
Fact shaming.
yeah, the whole shit.
It's not going to end. It's not coming to an end. It's only going to get worse. I told you this.
There'll be no point where it turns around.
No.
The pusshole is only going to get more sensitive.
The pusshole will only get more touchy, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think that you've seen it. It's only going. It's heading in a direction. Like I said, you won't be able to say make fun of white trash. Remember a couple of months ago I told you that?
That depressed me.
It's heading that way.
Yeah.
But Q, I want to bring up. This is good. I forgot about this. I think you might have been wrong on your proclamation that the duck hunters
I was wrong.
were finished.
I was way wrong.
Wait, what were you? What was you wrong on?
He called it. Last time we got together, he called the duck hunters done.
Remember, I said they're not going to back
right.
They were done. That it was over.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't ready to go. I wasn't ready to agree with you. I wasn't disagreeing with you, but I was like, I kind of felt like they may be strong enough to overcome this.
Man, was I wrong.
Because they even threw out another controversy after that, and they're still around.
Yeah.
And you gotta. I don't care if you detest what they said, and I can understand it, and I understand that it was a deplorable, and you don't do that. You don't compare people to beasts. But you've got to say one thing though. They didn't go on the talk show tour, on the apology tour, and say, "Please God, we don't want to lose what we have." Right. They're like, "Fuck it,
we don't care.
We don't care."
Yeah.
And if you demand an apology, it ain't happening, then we won't come back. Then.
Right.
If anybody is the villain in this, you've got to go after A&E.
A&E,
who just were like, throw every bit of character out the window and what supposedly they stand for.
Right.
And we're just like, all we really stand for is money.
Yeah, well, the same with Cracker Barrel, right?
Deplorable on A&E's part. Don't you agree?
I mean, absolutely.
So transparent and so disgustingly just deplorable. That you would just sell out your employees, your gay family, your gay employees, and just to be like, it makes too much money. We cannot take a stand.
Right. Yeah. Well, no, they did take a stand by not taking a stand.
Well, I mean, to take a stand and be like, he's suspended.
Right.
And if the family wants to walk away with their dad, then hey, they walk away then.
Right.
But they didn't. They were like,
but aren't they worth like $400 million? That family.
Before the show or after the show?
Before the show.
Yeah, I think they were millionaires.
It's a lot easier now.
Yeah, it is. But to sit there, I thought for sure they'd go that white-haired cook. What's that white-haired cook that said some racial things, and she was on every talk show.
Oh, Paula Deen.
Crying on every talk show because she knew she lost it and was never going to come back, so she went crying everywhere. You didn't see the dog hunter shed one tear.
She said something 25 years ago. She's out on her ass. This guy's in this month's GQ ripping on everybody, and they're like, hey, whatever.
I don't know. I don't follow it that closely. How much flack did A&E get for not standing up and taking a stand?
I don't know. I think if they're just like, and I saw it a lot, it was like they had no comment. They just don't comment then. Because it was like a week after that, maybe 2 weeks at the most, that they found a sermon that the Phil guy had given where he's encouraging guys to marry 15 to 16-year-old girls.
No.
Yeah. That's what he said. Because by the time they're 17, 18, whatever, they've already... they're not virgins, and they've already developed a sensibility that's not going to put them in the kitchen or whatever. And then you see that shit, and you're like, wow. It's astounding. It's astounding.
How does A&E stand by them, though? And the duck hunters really can't be... I don't want to say they can't be faulted, but they are who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And at least they're not lying now and being like, we're sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They've said what they believed in, and it may be deplorable what they believe in, but they're sticking to it. A&E, doesn't have that same mindset. A&E doesn't feel the same way.
Oh, no way.
But they're not.
Right.
They're not willing to cut off the gravy train. They want it. They want that gravy all over them.
Yeah. Don't want to look like
They
Mig
wanna
after
soak-
Q's
yeah.
done.
And that to me is like, how are the advocates and the for gays, the advocate for women, if you're talking about going after 15, trying to marry 15-year-olds, how are they not on A&E's doorsteps demanding more action be done, or the ultimate action?
Like
Take that
sever
show
ties.
off. Yeah. Walk away from the Duck Dynasty.
Well, it became more than just like, wow, he's saying fucked up shit. It became religious people are like, well, A&E, if by shutting them down, they're attacking our religious beliefs. By shutting them down, they're attacking the First Amendment. I don't think I've ever seen more people have a misunderstanding about what the First Amendment is than in situations like this. But the religious people did come out en masse, like Stand With Phil, this whole hashtag Twitter thing going on. And and when you read back what he did say, it like the context in which he said it was, he wasn't saying like first homosexuality and then, they're the same as people who engage in bestiality. It's like he's saying that it starts with this and the sins get worse and worse and worse until anything goes.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, basically. Although, again, he does practice what he preaches because his wife he married when she was 16. So. But yeah, I was surprised the feminist lobby didn't jump on that a little bit harder.
But you are so correct, Hugh. You wonder if their plan of attack after the fallout of this would have been the same if they were like, they came from no money.
Right.
It's a lot easier to be like,
oh, sure.
If you have $400 million, you could be like, fuck off.
Yeah,
right.
We don't care.
And they're bigger than the show. If the show got canceled today, they would have another show.
Yeah, there were other networks that were going to take them.
Why though? Why? Why would another take? Why is a network willing to get in bed with these?
Well, one was
It's
one was a religious network who probably couldn't afford them,
Right.
and the other was like I think a hunting network or something
even
like
if
that.
they didn't want that guy on, two of the brothers could do a fucking travel show together and stuff.
But
like,
if you're willing to associate with things that go so against what you believe in, I just can't understand that because the networks don't feel that way. But all they care about is the bottom line, man.
Mm-hmm. So, like,
do you think who's the bigger villain here and all that? I'm not willing to judge.
I am. Oh, A&E for sure. Absolutely A&E.
I didn't really want an answer. I thought that would be more.
Oh, okay, more poignant, right?
Yeah,
okay, so like I'll cut it there, and then like you just be like, "Tell him, Steve."
Trying to answer all my poignant questions.
Yeah, I know.
Thinks
I got all the answers. What else do you need to know?
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Piggy.
Not Piggy.
You little piggy. You burped. Hey, Sagey. Sagey. Hey, Sagey.
What?
Do you like Hulu Plus?
Yes.
You do? Did you ever try Hulu.com?
Yep.
And you liked it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to tell you about Hulu Plus?
Yeah.
Okay. Hulu Plus lets you watch thousands of hit shows. Not crummy shows. Not shows you don't want to watch. Your favorite shows. Anywhere, anytime. On your TV or smartphone or tablet. Even if you're standing in line. Let's say we're at the doctor's and they're going to put a shot in your puppy.
Not puppy.
Yeah, your puppy. And maybe you could get distracted by watching Hulu Plus on the go, right?
Yeah.
That would be fun. Let's say they gave you 10 shots in the puppy.
10 puppy.
Yeah. Then then you could watch.
Two.
Then you could watch a whole bunch of your shows right in a row, right? Mm-hmm. It's only $7.99 a month, and that's for everything. And you can try it for 2 weeks for free if you go to huluplus.com/TESD, and they're going to give TESD, and that's how they're going to know that me and you sent them there.
.com.
Yep, .com. You're right. Let's say somebody's listening to this right now, and they have to go to the doctor and get a shot in their puppy, then they can bring their tablet and watch Hulu Plus, and it'll distract them and they won't cry. Does that sound good?
No.
It doesn't.
Other fun.
It doesn't sound like fun? Let's see. Well, I'm looking at the shows right now. Let's see what you would watch. Would you watch Modern Family?
Yes.
Would you watch The Office?
No.
Would you watch Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Would you watch Late Night with Jimmy Fallon?
Yes.
See? All those shows you could pick from. There's so many on there. You could get shots in the puppy until you're a 90-year-old woman. And you still would never run out of shows. That's how awesome Hulu Plus is. All you got to do is go to huluplus.com/TESD. You're going to get an extended free trial, and you're going to get awesome shows that even if you got a shot in your puppy, you wouldn't care. For $7.99.
I'm a puppy.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to get a shot in your puppy?
No.
All right. Let's watch huluplus.com anyway, okay?
Yeah.
huluplus.com/TESD. Go now!
You.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.